Uh, I don't know about others, but me as me, I learned about Black Americans through movies. I learned about Jamaicans through songs, their songs and their famous patois. In fact, at some point, I thought that Jamaica was some small city somewhere in one African country, only for me later to find out that the story is actually different. I learned about Caribbeans through internet. I learned about Haitians through internet. I learned about Black Brazilians through internet. I learned about the Afro Canadians through internet. I learned about the cities through internet. I learned about Dominican people through internet. Not because I never stepped a foot in school, but because schools here in Uganda and most of African countries are so dedicated to misguiding, misleading us, feeding us with so much junk, things that don't matter. We know so much about the French Revolution. We know so much about Louis Philippe, Mania Philippe, Zakako. We know so much about Napoleon. We know so much about Hitler, the Germany blah blah, the Canadian blah blah, and nothing. We grew up knowing nothing about our black people that were taken into slavery. What happened next? What happened to them? How are they coping up? What are they on today? Mm-mm. Instead, they will show you how colonization was good on the other hand. Shame upon you. Shame upon you, African leaders. Because what is this? In your mind, you think teaching me about Abraham attempting to kill his son is better than you teaching me about my Jamaican brother or sister. Why would you teach me about the talking donkey and the talking snake and not teach me about my Dominican brother and sister? Of what use will that information be to me? Of what Satan did in hell and heaven in Manya because they beat telling me how Job did suffered in the name of not betraying God. Telling me how Judas Iscariot did this and he did it. Telling me how Jesus never had sex. Telling me how of what use will that information be to me in future? And tell me, why would you give us so much notes to read and no skill to take? You give us so much notes, very nonsensical, very useless to read, but never give us skills. Help us acquire skills. Help us know ourselves by giving us the right necessary history about us. Don't tell me about the challenges people in Switzerland face, because I too personally in my own home, I have my own challenges, my dear. You're teaching me about the reign of terror. For what use? Why are you teaching me about Hitler? Will that information grant me an automatic visa to Germany? Why do you teach me French in school instead of teaching me Yoruba? Me as a Muganda, teach me Swahili. Why is CRE, Christian Religious Education, compulsory today? Smaya compulsory today. Why not Swahili language? Why not Swahili language? Shame upon you. Clearly, this education system of ours was structured, it was designed by the oppressors to keep our minds locked up in the box, never to think beyond the line, to keep us separated from our people that were taken into slavery, to keep us in darkness, that evil darkness. We are tired. Today the news making headlines all over the world, is African presidents finally saying enough is enough. I would be the happiest person if you right away changed the education system. Because seriously, why would I spend all those years in school and get out with nothing? Why are you forcing me to find XY all the time? Why are you always trying to convince me that, on the other hand, colonialism was a good thing? Because if it was not, if it was not for colonialism or the white people or the oppressors or the invaders to come, you would have not had schools today, you would have not had hospitals today, you would have not had mirrors today, because actually that is what they came with: mirrors, guns, alcohol, of which we even had stronger alcohols, very healthy alcohols. And you're telling me how they built bridges and what kind of history are you guys giving us? History that does not even trigger us into doing the needful. Because today you're telling me how they mistreated my people, on tomorrow you're telling me how we mistreated them, right? Today you tell me that, okay, they mistreated us, tomorrow then it is us that mistreated them on our land, that we used to attack them as they were building us very nice, beautiful railways and roads. Instead of appreciating them, our people, man eaters, used to eat them, mania, because they beat ya. Mad people, stupid people, selfish people. We are tired. Enough is enough. Start teaching us things that matter. I did not come here on earth to feed on nonsense. I beg. Stop diverting our souls. Stop diverting our spirits. Stop confusing our spirits. Stop being obstacles to our spirits. Stop diverting us from our purposes on earth, because all this that you feed us in schools are nothing but distractions. Stop. Release us. Give us the right information.